What's up, everybody? It's the Gaming King 697, and today Pokemon Sun and Moon has just released. Sorry, I can't talk for some reason. So, it was just announced earlier today, and a lot of people before this were speculating, oh, it's gonna be Z. It's always been Z. They literally did a black 2 and white 2 on us. That's the best way to explain. And plus, they were telling all these things like, oh, Z, like everywhere you looked at Pokemon, there was Z almost everywhere. Yeah, and guess what? It was not Z, which basically shocked everyone. No, the next game is Sun and Moon, and this was actually trademarked earlier last night. Like, people were like, oh my god, is this for real? Pokemon is Sun and Moon, and a lot of people were hesitant because because it's a speculation at the point. But now it is officially confirmed that this is Sun and Moon, and I want to do a discussion video on like what might be in the game. So basically, first thing first, we are 100% going to get some new Pokemon now. Now you guys are wondering what? Now you guys are wondering why are we getting new Pokemon? Well, it's because if you look at this in the trailer, it's just you see that they're making Pokemon. Now you could make the argument that it's just fetching. Like if you look fast enough, it does look like fetching. But if you take a closer look at it, it's literally a whole new Pokemon entirely. Sorry, my dog's being a pain, but yeah, it is a whole new Pokemon entirely. If you look at it real close, you see the heads shaped differently. So that basically confirms that we are getting new Pokemon. Now, one thing I want to discuss is this game going to take place in a new region? I have no idea, but yeah, it's sort of weird because usually Pokemon does not really do this. Like, usually we at least visit the region at least one more time. For example, in Pokemon Red and Blue, we got to explore. In Pokemon for Gen 1, we got Red and Blue, and then we visit Kanto again in Pokemon Yellow. Gold and Silver, we had Crystal, Ruby and Sapphire, we had Emerald, Diamond Pearl, we had Platinum, and so on and so forth. Now to return to Kalos again is something that we were like, what the hell? Like, it's something that none of us were expecting. And I think it's just sort of weird. Like, they just don't do that. Which makes me on to my next question. Is this game Gen 6.5 or Gen 7? Because like I said earlier, like I just said, they usually turn to a region in this generation. But for it not to return, just leaves me with a bit of confusion. Where it could be a new region, it could be cows like years later, like what they did in Black 2. It could be like a time skip. And where, hey, this stuff happened, and this is what you missed. Like, that could be possible. Like, they did that with Gold and Silver. Now, I believe we are going to return to cows in the next game. Because one, like I said before, because there are just so many questions left unanswered. For example, like, who left that Tate station, who was crying for help, like, just a bunch of unanswered questions. Now, which brings me on to my next, my next question. Do you guys think, is this Gen 6 or Gen 6.5 or Gen 7? Because, as I said earlier, because if you look at the trailer, they just, the core series, but the games that were introduced that generation. For example, they did Red and Blue because it introduced Gen 1, Gold Silver because it introduced Gen 2, and they did Ruby and Sapphire for Gen 3. It's basically just weird that they would do this for Sun and Moon. I mean, weren't they just like all the main series games? It just really does not make sense if you look at it that way. So, yeah, next up. Now, it just does not make sense. But at the same time, like I said earlier, this gen does not feel complete. Like for example, Gen 6 introduced the lowest amount of Pokemon to date, if you don't count Mega Evolutions, which is basically just 672 Pokemon. Now, just to give you an average amount, how many Pokemon are in a Pokemon game, at least all generations have at least 100 Pokemon other than 6th gen. And with me, so basically, it's sort of odd that they would do at like under 70. Like it just felt weird. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? And plus, with just this game, just basically, like I said, Gen 6 does not feel completed. He did. That's what I said earlier. So basically, but at the same time, it does feel with new Pokemon being added, it could be Gen 7 because if you look, it's at the trailer more closely, it's a regional bird. So why would they just add? Why would they add a regional bird? But like I said, it could be in a new region. They did that in Gold and Silver, and we got back to Kanto, and that's a lot of things. And everybody's demanding is to revisit past regions. Now, I wasn't going to necessarily call those an older region, but still, it'd be nice to visit it while also exploring a new region in Sun Moon. But basically, sorry, I cannot speak. Brings up my next point of this discussion. What is perfect Zygarde's role in this game? Because Pokemon just does not create Pokemon for just the anime. They obviously have something in store for Zygarde because Zygarde basically gets doodle butter. He's basically not really that good. And like the third Pokemon, like the Protector and all the trios, always have some power or buff that basically makes the other two Pokemon in the trio less unique. For example, Rayquaza can basically get rid of Kyogre Gyarados abilities. Giratina has a new form. Kyurem can turn to Black Kyurem and White Kyurem, and Zygarde gets to be perfect Zygarde. So what is his role going to be in the new games? Because it just would not make sense. Hence, for it to be just in the anime, it's obviously gonna somehow be implemented. Perfect Zygarde is somehow going to be implemented in the game somehow. And that's something I'm pretty aware of because they just do not create games just for the anime. Just for the anime, they just do not. They don't create Pokemon for just the anime. They create Pokemon for the games. It just, like I said, it does not make sense for them just to make Margiana, Zygarde just for the anime in the movie. That would basically be a waste. And plus, they've been keeping, other than their appearance, they've been keeping a lot of things hush about them. And so that's another thing that's basically people been speculating about. Now, what is Zygarde's role going to be in these new games? Is there going to be like something again with cows, or is there going to be another trio? Because there's in every single Pokemon game, there's always been the super powerful trio. And will Zygarde somehow be involved with this one? Or is this another line with Kalos? Because for example, because Ruby and Sapphire, brought us Kyogre, Ground, and Rayquaza. Diamond and Pearl brought us Dialga, Poké, and Giratina. Black and White basically brought us Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem. So my question is, what will this new trio be? Because it just doesn't make sense. So then it's like, oh, Pokemon Sun and Moon is coming out. At that point, just call Pokemon on X2 or Pokemon Y2 at that point. If it's not going to be Pokemon Sun and Moon, it just, like I said again, does not make sense. And so, basically, another thing I want to talk about again is if this is a new generation. If this is Gen 6.5, will there be new star Pokemon? Because, like I said before, right, each generation basically has new Pokemon, but basically has something of the old Pokemon. But if this is Gen 7, then yeah, we'll probably get new Pokemon. But if it's Gen 6.5, then yeah, we are. Then I have no idea. So leave your answers in the comments for all these questions. We have so many now. Now, what do you think is perfect Zygarde's role in this? And also, what do you think Margiana's role in this? Because Margiana is labeled Pokemon 719. And the last time they basically done a legendary and announced a new game after they released all the games for this Pokemon is it's black and white. So, oh my god, this team is good. So yeah, what do you think is this Pokemon's role, or what do you think will happen? So yeah, leave your answers down in the comments. What do you think Zygarde and Margiana's role is gonna be in these games? Do you think this is Gen 6.5 or just Gen 7 in general? And also, how many Pokemon do you want in the games? Yeah, like I said earlier, Gen 6 did not feel complete. There's so much more that could have been added in that game. It just, like I said, just feels rushed. So anyway, guys, leave your questions and answers down in the comments. What's Zygarde's role? Do you think this is Gen 6.5 or Gen 7? Will this be a new region, or will it be cows and sometime in the future? As usual, leave a like. I'm the Gaming King 677, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.